Hello, how are you? Welcome to a new video. First of all, subscribe to this channel and activate the bell to receive all notifications and follow Magic Channel on all your social networks. Well, Space and 2 finally premiere. Everyone is talking about this. The truth is that most of the reviews are not. Good people obviously didn't like it, but in this video we are going to analyze why Space and 2 doesn't work. First, we have to base ourselves on the contexts of the two movies, which is obviously not the same. The original expression was released in 1996. Is a different context. Obviously, first the Looney Tunes were known by young and old. If the Looney Tunes shorts at that time were more than 30 years old, they were short from the 60s of the 70s, but when they were released on television, they began to getting acquainted with the boys, and the boys began to like Looney Tunes a lot, and they were well known, called by all the boys of the 90s. On the other hand, there is also Michael Jordan and the shorts that are good. The commercials. Sorry, I had done the Jordan conduction bingo. Music.
What'd you expect? Elmer Fudd?
Nice shot.
That's where the idea of making this original movie from that time space up arises. So we have two important things. The first are the Looney Tunes, well known to the kids, and on the other hand, we also have Michael Jordan, who was a great basketball player, and that obviously there were very few like him. We have something that boys like, something that adults like, the teenagers may like. The perfect combination, guaranteed success. Well, you also had to see the plot. Although the film is with a commercial origin, and I was looking for that precisely being a commercial, was also an entertaining commercial, so as a result of that, we have there, if guaranteed success, a good script, a good movie. Then based on that, what happens with Space Jam 2? Well, first we are talking about another context historically. The lengths are no longer so well known by the boys. The truth is, there are other drawings that boys like that are no longer. Looney Tunes and Vale. All of this does not have the same impact as before. On the other hand, we have LeBron James, who is clearly not Michael Jordan. Selena, internationally known LeBron James, more or less. And this is the problem with this film, and also the fact that they wanted to redirect the film to a young audience. Let's see if you are calling the fans of the previous film and you make a different film that loses its essence, and you are looking for a young audience, it is a combination that will not work. Because the fans of the previous film are looking for something, and now guys will look for a completely different one. Let's talk about parts of the movie to see why it doesn't work. First, we have the opening scene. It's pretty much the same as the other movie. In this case, it's LeBron James's past, so LeBron James is playing one of his first basketball games. Let's say as a young man, he gets distracted by a game and the coach challenges him, but he is the best basketball player he ever coached. He could be a once-in-a-generation talent if you focus on the game of basketball and not on these distractions. You can't be great without trying. You understand? You have a chance to use basketball to change everything for your mom, for you, for the people you care about. Okay, up to that point, okay, then comes the credits sequence. Exactly like Space Jam, we have the LeBron sequence, James rising to glory, becoming a great player, okay, until we're good, although I would criticize him a bit. The song that uses the dead music with you without the trailers, they used the original Space Jam song in a cool remix. They could have done the same with these credits. Applause. Change the music for me. Applause. He proposes that it's a new version okay until we're good, but after the credits the problem of the movie starts. It's very slow, he spends a lot of time on things that are boring to see this. It's a Looney Tunes movie. I want to see the Looney Tunes. I mean, I understand that the movie has to do with a master basketball player, but I want to see in length about this movie. Watch the Looney Tunes. He only knew the original special, the original expression. We have almost the same we have to Michael Jordan as a boy in this case. Difference because Michael Jordan wants to be a basketball player and he wants it, and he pays attention to that. The talk is with his father, who later tells him that he's going to dedicate himself to baseball, and murder lasts less than 5 minutes. Then the credits sequence passes a much more striking credits sequence with a much more catchy song, well, Oops, together with CD Space. And after this situation we have the retirement of Michael Jordan. That is the original special credit. If it is the same, we have All the Life That Can. Michael Jordan's career, we have Michael Jordan's retirement. Maybe they automatically send us to Tontolandia Mountain and they show us who to impregnate the villains of the movie, and they're already in those first 15 minutes. We know the United if they show scenes from episodes of the shorts, that is, one of the old shorts that I know are broadcast on television, but we already know. Why you already showed me on Mondays. That's perfect. That's what I want to see. You showed, you understand, he's showing me, I know they're going to appear in the movie again as a result of that. Then obviously we have the whole sequence of Michael Jordan when he went to baseball, and then right there, well, we focus on Looney Tunes and everything that happens with the Martians in space, and this doesn't happen. The whole first half hour of the movie is basically LeBron James, the drama with his son who wants to design video games. He does it very well. Not really for a real boy, he's a boy prodigy for making a video game like this. It is very basic. It is very difficult. But LeBron James remembering all those things that the coach said to him, wants your son to play, which he does not predict, but it is not what I want, Dad, and there will be a dispute and I want to go to the video game camp to design video games. No, son, I want to go to basketball camp, all that situation without drama. It's very long, very intense, very cliche too. I mean that first half hour of Space and 2 Moises Esteves Space and 2, or I'm watching one of those movies. 98 made movies appeared to doesn't it? Wanted to have the dreams, well basically they showed the Looney Tunes. I want to see the Looney Tunes. This is the problem. The Space Jam 2 program is not the movie itself. There are many things to question, but in yes, the plot is not bad. The problem is the dynamism. Space an original, I knew that it was very dynamic already in the first half of the film. We already saw Michael, only what we had to see. We saw the Looney Tunes. We already had the plot. This is the first half hour with everything was after LeBron James. We go to this Warner algorithm and he wants to be recognized by Warner. We might think that the fact that the villain is a person changes everything, because in the other movie it was something animated, but I don't know if it is something too. Stop is the thing that is very fat from Warner. Well, what he does, as they gave him the first order, is terrorism. Well, he wants to be recognized by Warner. Either he wants everyone to see that those from Warner see his effort. No. Then he grabs and says, well, he sends him this message to LeBron James. An email sends LeBron James, the algorithm makes him send a message. From Warner, he will win €1,000 to present himself for a film project. And in fact, the license at that moment says, listen to me, I'm a basketball player. Los athletes and our acting never goes well. It's basically this movie. I mean, this joke is good, no, but good to all. This good after LeBron James. Well, of those, it's the Onion algorithm. It's meat art, and I'm going to put you in movies like Harry Potter World Clouds. The truth is that is horrible. I mean, I never thought there could be anything worse than that movie, but if really those segments of LeBron James being characters from those worlds of Warner, clearly I hope the movie that is okay, there is something worse than the movie. Well, in finally the thing. After this, all this sequence that we see is not bad. The issue is all the Time that leads to that situation if the film were more dynamic than that. Situation of the sun was shown to me in something shorter, no, not all that. Basketball issue no make it so don't show me the most courteous listen me to. Warner the whole situation of which he discusses with the son because he discovers that he was not going to go to the basketball camp and then he wants to go to the games camp and all this and he tells him I want to design video games, I don't know what. Okay, I don't think it's bad the whole situation in which this algorithm ultimately guides him to save 3,000 and takes them to that world that is what being diverse is. Otherwise, I don't know I could have done that. I mean, it doesn't seem bad to me. That issue is. Obviously, I'm going to say it word again. Well, then the whole situation. After we see it, it's not bad, except for that of those jokes. It says about the Ebro that says I have used in Matrix, all that I know. I would have taken it out, but everything else has left me basically looking good and all this that in the end he ends up challenging him to a basketball game, this algorithm, because it kidnaps his son, convincing him, not telling him. Look like that, you're right, how good, what did you design for basketball, I don't know what after all. That does not seem bad to me. It seems good to me and now we have the moment when he says, okay, looks from forests, recover your son. You have to put on a basketball game with me, the Euro, yen, how do? You want to play songs, LeBron James today, the best player for. A little bit, well, no, the thing is it's a good moment, all this is obviously good. Where he sends it, he tells the algorithm first, obviously, it tells him of course, look, if I win, that is, basically the same plot, space and original. If I win, I stay with you and your son here, it would be diverse. I practically kidnap him. If you win, well, obviously you leave basically, that is, the same plot that Michael Jordan makes almost in the last part of the film that the same that is good. It is basically that I mean, but this is the beginning proposing. Proposed by the villain of this movie when he is sent to the world of longitude. And now when he reaches the world of longitude we have two differences with that. Original special first, which is the fact that the Ebro Jane comes up. Kevin because they say the acted very badly, that is, he had act worse than Michael. Jordan, that is, imagine that, but hey, the thing is that afterwards, well, it becomes a cartoon to be more friendly and the length plot is spectacular, it is very good, very original, that is, if you were I was in the first 20 minutes of the movie, the first half hour at least, caught my attention more because it is precisely the fact that this algorithm made all of Bonnie's boxing partners leave the world longitude to go to other universes at the same time. Warner as Sting Power Matrix with the Super Friends that is basically good. That plot, I loved that plot. That should have been the first thing in the movie and not go around so much, but he does not spend much time on that. They should spend more time on that is the problem, obviously, as we are saying a lot of time, a lot of return. I love the sequence that they're going to look for them, that is, this has the version of the first half hour of the film when they go to look for all the boxing partners, because basically books in Ivor Bonnie first. There is a very good thing that I really like that the new version tells you box tells you on this side shops or a basketball game and Botswana, and it says a basketball game play with a basketball celebrity. These have been done before, so it's great. That's good that Space Jam wink. But he doesn't have much memory of expression, that's the topic, he doesn't talk much about it. But hey, these Xbox wants to get their friends back, and with that they will help LeBron James. What was the basketball game? Are they going to look for all the Brentford for? The events parallel universes is that multiverse, they go to Botox Team Power, they go to the world of the Matrix, they go to this world of the Justice League, that is great with so much change in Superman. When I saw that as forgiveness I said, wow, he is very good and good, they're looking for everyone to use, but these means that no one from up, because obviously the version with the still down to Superman, he does not tell him box no today, he also uses it, let's say, as an excuse to look for his friends. They do not hide action from the Martian, that's why you saw the trailers, Adamar Vice, yes, good. And he's going to look for everyone. I love it when that part says, we're in one where he plays basketball and he says, now I'm going to look for her, he has trouble, and the Avon Girl appears. And I love the Lev situation with the Malcolm is spectacular. We can think about the redesign of now many politics, not in the redesign of Lola, but let's see boys. Abbott Sales, the pretty one from Space Jam, I understand that. The original Dead Space Jam, Lola becomes this one when you're going to see a difference, but it's over and it didn't have any redesigns. Length was negotiated, that is, we already saw Lola differently. It doesn't seem bad to me. In fact, it's fine. No, I didn't like that. Design, at least in caricature, I love you, that one. Situation and again I. Same reference, so I need like a basketball match for this. Celebrity, I don't know that we already did that before. No, that is a reference, Paisa. Is good your situation of Lola, I loved it, I really liked that kind of design. Comic strip was great. Good. The question is that, well, nothing after all. That situation, well, I begin to notice what I don't like if this is that per kilo. Or Tuna, they don't remember what it was like to play basketball again because it's like it repeats itself again. Also sequence the first movie, they didn't see it when Michael Jordan isn't training, he sees through there, there's disaster, says someone. Has places as midfielders, and here it seems like the same situation now. Basically like they don't know how to play basketball, it seems they have no memory of. But now I know, that's kind of weird, but well, there's no port. The thing is, well, then it's good, we'll start and here begins the problem. With the movie, first, the redesign of Looney Tunes 3D seemed to me to be a good process. And it's also necessary. Cameos today. God. So many changes. Obviously this is an advertisement for HB or Max. So many cameos. So many changes, but active discs who say, okay, let's see why so many changes. Why? Because it is very distracting in the original we talked about when. In that video that analyzed the trailer, you can see the original Expedition If. It had trucks, but soon Looney Tunes, we return to the topic there. Original special of the movie, the myths, the characters disappeared were. Things we saw in the myths, well, the game begins, well, let's not say that. This algorithm did because obviously it started slower gone ground, let's say in some way the son of LeBron James to play in the team, not in the Boom Squad against his father, or basically estrogen. Then it seems that this government begins to manage LeBron James' Twitter and makes a publication where a photo where I'm going to play basketball against my son. I don't know what, and when people see that event in the photo, they are transported to this server. The game basically starts as we said, the same thing about Space R1 that they start losing. I don't know what blah blah blah, and in the locker room talk basically because as it's a game, obviously the points are different, all of this all designed by the son. No, then well, the locker room talk is very different from that previous film because clearly I won this book to say, well, I don't know what to do because this is not basketball. It's true. The thing is that when we start to say length, what happens is we want to be like you. Apparently LeBron James was doing the same thing with the length that he did with his son, biscuiting things at home from Ghoston. He didn't want to be length. Well, they came to the conclusion there has to be the Looney Tunes win in this game. And the worst part of the movie comes. I think that when you see an orifice, they can't do this, it appears. Wilder says comics, but Kiko tests to take among the people, of course, more the ninja for having seen the publication. The publication and well, nothing, and not having been transported, and you're lost. Potentially is believed as an animal that came out on the web as a web in though have convinced Michael, because clearly it's wrong, the life is not advised, and I do not care. Michael Jordan. Music. Wild is Michael Jordan the actor. It's over, I'm leaving here because if you want good God. The thing is that good nothing after all this, not a disaster, it's the worst part of the movie. All this happens the same as in Original Expression. Question. Original Expression has a good twist with regarding this because what makes it especially original is the fact that the Looney Tunes felt that the monsters were very strong and that they were going to beat them, that they were going to be slaves and all that involves Bon and caught in a jar. No, and he says this is Michael Jordan's secret formula. But they were those Looney Tunes are not motivated by that as much. Nice of that message than the cliche message of this Carlos Balance film. Being a Looney Tunes cart, the thing is that obviously they turned that game around with other somewhat different things. The first film is not talking much about one thing that in the end they end up turning around. The game ends up being in a kind of semi-tied. There's no close in that they have to win it by points, and there are 10 seconds left, and he reminds LeBron James that with his son, when they were watching the game that he had designed, if a certain play was made, the game was marked. No, the thing is this, in the middle of all this moment of all this situation that happened, the son of the Euroscience says that the algorithm is bad. That is, let's see, he just said through a microphone that he was going to delete The Looney Tunes, rather than if there are going to be two left in that universe, that he said I don't. Here all the way the son was, it was like he was hiding. I don't quite understand how he doesn't realize that the algorithm is bad up to a certain point. When they're already losing and Mario and Disc see it. Which son? And this is when they begin to talk about this topic that says, well, if the truth is that making such a move crashes the game, then since the algorithm had taken over the game and had control of it, then making this move, I don't know what crashes the game, but what was happening to the character would like that it would disappear, because at the moment they did that in the game, that character disappeared. So this book says proud to be me, but the box money who does it isn't supposedly dies. Became this system woman to win your squat, the bad one is made like a poster. I don't know that they all return to the real world anyway, and LeBron James in the end decides to take his son to the video game camp. 90s movie cliche bad, but well, the thing is that afterwards who appears next to LeBron James? Bosch Money, who does the voice of Sonia, and supposedly the special universe the Looney Tunes hide from people, that is, and in this case due to a dream Looney Tunes type appears again in action. That basically what we liked about that movie is that the Looney Tunes, all they were hiding, that one like that movie is affiliated with very rare well. Basically Wave Louie back in action, and he tells the ship he can't die anymore, I'm a cartoon, he says button, and if it walks, but books, and as if he heard nothing people, there's a cartoon out there, the accounts of him say so, pay attention, and I know, he brings all my friends and he appears at the end of the credits, like at Brotek's house, he has a party, I don't know what the ending is, I mean, that's right, it has already finished ruining the mobile premium, the worst ending they could have done directly. I don't know anything else. Well, the problem with this movie is the dynamics. It's very slow. Very good. I have no problem that it's cliché, but it's very turned up. It was all that exaggeration of dedicated technology to attract young groups, that is, young people. This is clearly the mistake if you bring the alpha where the first film does not quote things for young people, something like funk where the first film. And if you want to do something for the young people, now look for the characters, because today's youngsters unfortunately were not setting the Looney Tunes, although it pains me to say it, but it's the truth. Youngsters now like other cartoons, other things, so you don't want to mix two sides because it's impossible. Well, leave me in the comments what you think of this new movie Space Jam 2. They think the same as me, they think differently, they like the movie The End. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, to Magic Channel, and to follow Magic Channel on all your social networks. We will see you in the next video.